Authenticity, facts, and reality is the hallmark of my channel. Friends, I do not make videos to get more subscribers or to get more likes. I make video so that I give a right and correct message to all my students, all my followers. I do not speak what sounds sweet to your ears. I speak that what is the reality. But it may sound bitter to your ears. Today I am going to talk about grammar phobia, fear of grammar. Maybe this is the first video on YouTube where I'm talking about grammar phobia, because I have experienced it. I have seen the effect of grammar phobia. What is grammar phobia? Grammar phobia is fear of grammar. Dear friends, watch this video very carefully. I will tell you what is grammar phobia, how we develop grammar phobia, what is the effect of grammar phobia on us, on speaking, on the confidence, and last and very important, how to cure the grammar phobia. A very important video if you want to speak fluently and confidently. Let's start. Dear friends, I'm not against grammar. In fact, grammar is very important in school. Grammar is important for competitive exams. You must study grammar. But when it comes to communication, grammar creates more problem than help. This is what my experience is. And I have seen hundreds and thousands of students, lakhs of students chasing grammar, but they aren't able to speak a single word properly. They are nervous. This video was inspired by my own student. He is a student in my own online training. The name of the training is English Communication and Confidence Therapy. In this training, I use psychological techniques, I use practicals, I use habits to develop the grammar. I call it as mother tongue approach, MTA. This training is a completely different training. This training is based on practicals. This training is based on the natural way we develop the English. This training is not having any grammar or anything like this. This training is for those who want to speak confidently, who want to be fluent in English naturally. Of course, if you are interested, details are given in the description. Please read the details and my team members will contact you. So I was telling about my student, and what happened is one day he messaged me. He said in this message that number one point he told me, number one, Senior, what are the points? He told me 3 points. Number one, he said that, Sir, I'm very poor in grammar. Then he said that I make a lot of grammatical mistakes while speaking and writing. I'm very nervous while speaking. Sir, I'm very tense. Sir, please help me. When I read this message, I was shocked. Why? I'll tell you. I was shocked because I was observing this student in my online training sessions. Actually, he was very good in English. There was no problem with his grammar. There was no problem while speaking. But here he was saying that, Sir, I have a problem with grammar. I'm not able to speak properly. Sir, please rectify me. Sir, please help me. And what he was doing is, he was telling me that, Sir, teach me more grammar so that I can be better while speaking. And here the mistake was. This was the mistake he was doing. Now I observed him and I asked him a few questions. It was like counseling. And he told me that when he types an email, he checks the emails 5 to 10 times. After that, he asked his friend to check it. And then finally, after 10 to 15 checks, he sends the email. Now, after the email is sent, he is continuously worried about the errors the reader will find. And if suppose there is an error, and if someone tells him that there is an error in his writing, whole day he is disturbed, he's freaking out, he's nervous, he's sad. Now, this was about writing. Same thing I observed in speaking also. In my class, online class, I observed that he was continuously worried about his speaking. He would check his sentence. He was speaking slowly. Sometimes he never spoke also. He was quiet. He was not sure about his English. He was not natural. But when I would speak with him personally, he was very good. He would speak very nicely, very normally. But when in group, he would sit quiet, would be mum, and did not speak. Then I decided that I have to study this. And I found out that this is called as OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. Fear is good actually. Fear helps us to stay away from the danger. Fear is an emotion which is good emotion. But when fear becomes obsession and when fear does not help you, when fear creates a problem in everyday activities, then there is a problem. That is called as obsessive compulsive disorder. Same thing happened with him, that boy. He was having fear of making grammatical mistakes. He was obsessed with grammar. I call this grammar phobia. Dear friends, then in the next part now I'm going to tell you how we developed this grammar phobia. So let's start. As I said that fear is good, but excessive fear creates phobia in us. If you say people around you, they have different type of phobias. Like hydrophobia, it's a fear of water. We have social phobia, fear of talking to people. I found out in my training career that this new fear has generated in students that is called as grammar phobia. And this phobia is creating big problems. This is one of the drawbacks of our education system, this grammar phobia, a big issue. How it impacts, before that I'll tell you from where it came. In school days, during our school days, this fear has come, or this phobia has come. See, what happens is, during our school days, our English teacher, that is our grammar teacher, always told us that perfect grammar, perfect your grammar. Now what happened? See, I'm not against grammar, already I have told you. I'm talking about obsession. I'm talking about this phobia. Now what happened is, due to that, you felt that, wow, grammar, wow, everything, I should not make any grammatical mistake. And she also told you that, don't do silly grammar mistakes. Now this has been fit in your head, ingrained in your head, that silly means if you make a grammar mistake, you are silly. Now, in some cases, I have seen that some teachers, in fact, read the essay of a student loudly in the class and make fun of the essay, make fun of the grammar, the grammatical mistakes. Due to this, this student gets humiliated, feels terrible, and develops a fear of grammar in him. In fact, next time he will not show the homework, or he will not go in front of the class and speak due to the fear of making grammar mistakes. This fear is generated from school, from teachers who have told you that perfect grammar, no error at all. Now, this belief has stopped us from speaking. While speaking, we are continuously worried about grammar. We are continuously worried about making mistakes. This fear is developed from our childhood. Friends, the next topic is how this affects us. As I told you, example of my student, I have seen many students around me who are obsessed with grammar. Their only one aim is there. I remember one police constable came to me. He was preparing for a competitive exam and he told that, sir, I'm studying grammar since 1 year. I know each and every rule of grammar, but I can't speak. And he also told me, one more thing he told me, sir, I can't apply those grammar rules while writing. I know all the rules, but I can't apply. So I have seen many students. Now how it affects, I'll tell you. As it happened with my student, it happens with many students. Due to the fear of making grammatical mistakes, we do not speak. And if we speak, we are continuously checking our grammar. We are continuously checking whether we are making mistakes or not. We are continuously looking at another person, whether he is making fun of our English or not. And if he smiles or if you find like something is wrong, you get very nervous. And you stop. And then you lose your confidence. And then you make more grammatical mistakes. Then you forget all the vocabulary. You forget all the sentences. You forget the topic. And it's like you are frozen. Now this is due to you are continuously thinking about grammar. Because your grammar teacher has told you that perfect your grammar. But dear friends, the reality is this. Grammar is important, as I told you, but while speaking, you should focus on expressing your thoughts and not the accuracy. That is the grammar. This is the problem while communicating, while speaking. Now, in the last part, I'm going to tell you how to overcome grammar phobia. Come on, let's continue. If you want to overcome this grammar phobia, listen this carefully. First important thing, all mindset. You have to change your beliefs. You have to change the way you thought. Now you have to change it. What change? First thing. If you make a grammatical mistake, this does not mean you are silly. This does not make you foolish. This does not make you stupid. No, forget that. There are many people who make grammatical mistakes while speaking. Maybe right now I'm making some grammatical mistakes. This does not mean that I'm stupid, I'm foolish. There are many natural native speakers who also make grammatical mistakes. This does not mean that they are stupid or silly. So making grammatical mistakes does not make you stupid or silly. Take this out of your head. Okay? Another thing I want to tell here is, while speaking, we will make grammatical mistakes, some few mistakes. And that's normal and that's natural. Just do not believe in what your teacher told you. She may be wrong. Second point I want to tell is, what your teacher told was only her opinion, not a fact. You must be able to differentiate between opinion and fact. A fact is a fact. For example, law of gravity is a fact. But opinion changes from person to person. Teacher is also a human. She can make mistakes. So what she told, perfect grammar, is applicable to grammar subject and not to a language. Third point I'm going to take you, focus on expressing yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, and not accuracy of a language. English communication is a language. Grammar is a subject. Subject must be mastered, not language. Language develops naturally due to the surrounding. Now I know you are going to ask me, sir, how to develop grammar then? Of course, develop the habits. I've given a link here of my videos, how to develop your grammar naturally or your language naturally. I don't call grammar, I call it as language. Last point, very important point, friends. Go in a group where you are not judged. Even if you make mistakes, it's okay. And that is what exactly I do in my institute. I tell my students that you can make a lot of mistakes, express yourself. Don't impress anyone with your grammar or with your accuracy. And due to that, what happens is they start speaking freely. They open up. They communicate. They feel nice. And their language develops naturally. Dear friends, this video is somewhat different. Grammar teachers don't get offended. What I have said is, grammar is important in school. But what my observation in this 17 to 18 years is, grammar is actually stopping you from expressing yourself. You should speak correct English, right English. But the method used to develop a language is not through grammar textbooks, is through English habits. That is my point. Hope, friends, you like this video. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. You can connect with me there. I will give you more such tips which will help you in your career, in your interviews. I'm making some fantastic videos about group discussions, about interviews, about positive psychology, about emotional personality development. For corporates, I'm making some fantastic videos. If you want all those videos, subscribe the channel, press the bell icon. You will be told when my video is released, published. So great, guys. It was nice to be with you. Hope you enjoyed the session. And in the description, you write whether you are suffering from grammar phobia or not. I'll be happy to read your comments. Thank you, friends, and goodbye.